for those who are TLDR, who don't have the patience to go through the whole patch notes, I understand. PUBG makes these really useful patch notes review videos called the patch reports. We'll take a look at this real quick. You guys can get a brief synopsis of what this update holds. It's actually a lot of really good quality of life things and a couple of big, like huge game-changing features for PUBG. So let's take a listen, take a look.
Welcome to the update 23.2, where you can now revive your teammates, transport knocked out allies onto vehicles, and engage in a new social feature, the clan system. Transport knocked out allies.
So revive teammates. We'll show more of that. You can revive teammates all the way until phase 7, by the way. And there's an unlimited amount of times that you can revive your teammate for each phase. So like if you get revived in phase 2, you can't get revived any more times in phase 2, but you can get revived in phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. So one time per phase, but no limit for everyone in your squad. It's actually really cool.
Where you can now revive your teammates, transport knocked out allies onto vehicles.
You see this right here? Update. You can actually transport knocked out allies and knocked out enemies into vehicles. You can literally weekend at Bernie's your teammate or your enemies and put them into unused seats in your vehicle. You can't put them into the trunk, unfortunately. But this is actually a really interesting mechanic because it seriously changes the way you have to handle. Let's say you're driving in a vehicle with your teammates and your buddy gets knocked out the vehicle. Historically, you used to have to try to pull back around before your buddy gets flushed, put the vehicle in front of them, smoke them out, do the res, heal up, all that kind of stuff. Now, what you really could do is, quickly stop the vehicle, turn around, hop out, grab your teammate, throw them back in the vehicle, and try to continue on driving and then revive them somewhere else. But don't get all twisted. And that's too easy. They've already thought of that, and they've actually changed the dead by knockout mechanic a little bit, which we'll go into some details when we go over the patch notes, okay? To help balance that.
And engage in a new social feature, the clan system.
Clan system. Clan name is it's either going to be the Dome or Clan Dome. It depends. Test server says the Dome. I might do the same thing for live server. You can't have spaces in it. So it has to be like one word or all together with no spaces. So it's either going to be Dome or the Dome on live server. You can only have 100 members in the clan. So I'm obviously going to have it first come, first serve, but long-time supporters of the channel, you clearly will have the advantage in terms of getting in front of the line there. Also, if you want to donate $1,000 to me, you'll get right in.
Let's dive right in.
Speaking of, dive right in.
First on the menu is
Transmitter Revive!
To reduce frustration during squad play and promote diverse strategies in normal matches,
you'll
now be able to revive your fallen teammates. Just retrieve the blue chip from their death boxes and register it at one of the transmission towers scattered across the map.
So get the blue chip from the death box. Every player is going to spawn with a blue chip in your inventory. Your dead teammate or dead enemy will have a blue chip, and you can actually loot it off of their body. So your teammate, you have to get it from them to revive them. You can also take it off of your enemy and deny the other team the chance to revive their teammate. That's critical, need to know information. It's kind of like kill confirmed, like that game mode in Call of Duty. You kill somebody, but really they could still get brought back if you don't wipe the rest of the team or take their blue chip out of their inventory, okay? And so then you go to these little generator respawn towers, recall towers. There's like 20 or 30 of these on each map, and they randomly spawn. So apparently, I haven't seen this myself on every map, but the locations that they are in change every time you load into a new map. So it's not always going to be, oh, there's one in the center of the city here. They're kind of scattered throughout, and there's a lot of them too.
Towers scattered across the map.
Yep.
Or through a wireless transmitter item obtained through farming.
Now, you see this little guy right here? This is called a wireless transmitter. I haven't seen this in the game yet because it's a rare lootable item. I'm not a fan of RNG items for revive. However, this is not an or item. It's an in addition to item. or it's not an and item, it's an or item or in addition to. So you can still do the other way we just explained with the blue chip and go to the revive tower. But if you also happen to find one of these, this is a single use revive transmitter beacon that you can use it. And let's say you're the last person alive in your squad. 3 of your teammates got knocked out because they're dum-dums. You killed the people who killed them. You grabbed their blue chip detector, all 3 of your teammates. If you find one of these guys, instead of having to go to the revive tower, you can actually activate this beacon, this little transmitter, and that will call in all 3 of your teammates at the next recall phase. So that's an additional way to revive 1 teammate or up to 3 teammates without having to go to the tower. But again, it's a rare lootable item. A lot of people have been having a ton of trouble finding it in game. So just an FYI.
And then rejoin the match via a respawn plane that flies once per phase. Note that this feature is available only in normal and custom matches on Erangel, Miramar, and Destin.
Yeah, critical need to know information here. As of right now, this brand new revive system is only available Erangel, Miramar, Destin. Sandhawk does not have it. Vikendi doesn't have it because of Comeback BR. Tego does not have it because of Comeback BR. Karakin and Paramo also do not have it. More details on why later.
Next, we're introducing a new DBNO feature, allowing you to carry knocked out teammates and place them inside vehicles.
Weekend at Bernie's.
This addition provides players with an alternative way to evade danger without having to only abandon or revive your teammates.
Now,
we are all
in this feature, so this is a cool feature, I think. Being able to put your teammate or an enemy in the vehicle and drive off of them is going to be a fun mechanic. Number 1, it's very useful for a team scenario, but 2, you can obviously troll with it and that'd just be funny content. However, they, in addition to the DBNO change, they made the bleed out timer. They changed that system. So you know how previously, let's say on your first knock, you bled out at a certain rate of speed. Then if you got knocked again, you bled out at a sped up speed. Then you got knocked again, you bled out even faster, and so on and so forth. They've changed that where now when you get knocked, as long as you're sitting still, not moving your player, you're going to bleed out at the exact rate the entire time. It never increases no matter how many times you get knocked out. However, if you move your character using WASD, if you're moving around even just a little bit, even slightly, even spinning around in place, like turn your character 360, that is considered moving, you will bleed out faster at a much faster rate. So that's why they made this change. You have to think tactically, should I move or should I stay put to get revived? Number 2, if you get put into a vehicle, your character will be considered moving at that point and they will bleed out faster in the vehicle. So critical need to know information.
Them inside vehicles. This addition provides players with an alternative way to evade danger without having to only abandon or revive your teammates. We are also
Clan
finally
Dome!
ready to unveil our new clan system. Create or join a clan, play matches, and earn XP to level up your clan.
Level
As
up!
your clan levels up, you will be able to upgrade your clan tags. Not only that, but you can also earn a BP boost by playing with your clanmates. Definitely worth.
BP
And as
boost,
always,
baby.
Make sure to check out the patch notes for all the details. Update 23.2 has plenty more in store this month, including a DBNO rebalance, general lobby UX UI improvements, a slight buff to the Ace 32,
Wacky Jacky skins!
Starting with this update, prepare to become your team's hero, transport teammates to safety, and establish your own PUBG Battlegrounds clan for double the excitement. And we'll see you on the Battlegrounds.
Yay! Thanks for the review, and let's go ahead and pull up the patch notes. All right, SitRep. This patch is dropping May 16th on PC, May 24th on console. So it's live. It's live on the test servers today. That's kind of an oxymoron. It's on the test servers today on PC. Live servers next week for PC. The following week for console. Now here's the kicker. Test server, don't worry about that. Live server right here. Live servers. Can I actually move this just a little bit? I want to make it a little bigger for you guys. That's what she said. Yeah, I beat you to it. Okay, so relax. I already beat you to it. Live servers next week for PC. Week 1, this is the map rotation next week. Erangel. So when this first goes to live servers, Erangel, Miramar, Vikindi, Sandhawk, Karakin. Critical need to know: Erangel and Miramar are the only maps with the new revive system. Vikindi has the old comeback arena. Sandhawk, Karakin don't have it at all. The next week is Erangel, Tego, Destin, Sandhawk, Paramo, which means only one of the, two of the maps are going to have the revive, and Tego will not have it. Then it's Erangel, Miramar, Vikindi, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's the rotation for the maps if you want to look at that. Ranked is Erangel, Miramar, Tego, Destin. Recall system is not in ranked. All right, so the recall is also the revive system. So if you hear people say revive, recall, it's the same thing. And these are the transmitters, or the stations rather, the towers you have to go to get recalled at. This is the blue chip that is in your inventory when you spawn. You also can take this chip from your teammates who are dead, or your enemies who are dead, to revive your teammates or to deny your enemies the chance to be revived. And no, you cannot revive an enemy. Tried it. The blue chip transmitter is that rare spawnable item in the world that you can call your teammates back with instead of going to this trailer situation here. Now, each blue chip has a weight of 5. I don't know why they make it a weight of 5, but they do. So whenever you have your teammates blue chip in your box, or an enemy's blue chip in your backpack rather, it actually takes up backpack space. That's a little silly, but that is what it is right now. Let's see what else. I'm going for the important stuff. I'm not going to read every single thing here. So when you do the revive here, it takes 10 seconds. So when you go to the tower, it takes 10 seconds and you cannot move. You can look around, but if you move or if you get knocked or whatever, it cancels the recall. Okay, so you have to hold it down for 10 seconds. Don't move, and then once it starts the recall, then you can walk away and you're good to go. When you do the recall, it doesn't bring your teammate immediately back. It will only bring them back at the start of the next phase. So if you recall your teammate in the middle of phase 1, they will not come back until the very beginning of phase 2. So there could still be a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes even, if you're in the very beginning of the game, where you're not being brought back because you have to wait to phase 2. When you come back from the recall, when you get revived, you're no inventory. So you have no backpack, no armor, helmet, guns, nothing. You come back completely stripped of all your gear. You have to land, either where your dead body was before or somewhere new and get some more loot. So if you're reviving your teammate, it's kind of your job to, hunker down and find a good area where your teammate can land and get some loot when they land, so that they're not completely helpless when they do come back. Okay. You can revive phase 2 through 7. So you could potentially, this is theoretical, phase 6, you could recall your teammates at the beginning of phase 7. They're brought back in via the recall helicopter, but completely stripped of their gear. So it could happen, but I don't think we'll see many situations like that, because think about it. If you're coming back in phase 7, the entire lobby's kitted, you're probably not going to live too long. So there's that. The blue chip tower has a few different statuses. It has red, it's in use. Yellow, it's temporarily unavailable. Blue, you can use it. Or gray, you cannot use it anymore once it's deactivated after a certain phase, after phase 7, or before like the very beginning of phase 1. There is a time where it's unusable. It'll be yellow, where if you revive your teammates here, I can't come behind you and revive my teammates on the same recall tower instantly. There's a cooldown period. I don't know what the time is yet. I'll verify that. But there is a cooldown period. There are a lot of these throughout the map, like 20 or 30 of them that randomly spawn. So I don't think you'll have an issue realistically of not being able to use it when you want to use it, but that is something to consider. If you're at a big city that's spread out, there's the potential that another team could already be reviving their teammates, and you might have to wait for that cooldown period or go to a different area with an unused recall tower. All right, what else? I got the 10-second blah, blah, blah. Okay. Blue chip cannot be used. Okay, got that. Recall process. Got it. Oh, I guess I should say that this is kind of like the comeback arena system. If the last remaining teammate is eliminated before the new player comes back into the helicopter, everyone dies, game over. If you already are coming back from the helicopter and then your team gets eliminated, you're still alive in the match. You could potentially go and save your teammates by getting their blue chips. All right, recall system is disabled from phase 7 onwards. Okay, from phases 2 through 7, got it. It's not available in custom match, or is not available in esports mode in custom match, rather. It is available on custom matches. Erangel, Miramar, Destin only, which is unfortunate, but that is what it is right now. Now here's the dev comment for why it's not on small maps. Why limited to Erangel, Miramar, and Destin? Their answer: smaller maps have shorter play times, making it faster to start a new game upon death. We've decided to add the recall system exclusively to maps without the existing comeback BR. I said to you guys in the beginning of the stream, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I love the fact that this system is in the game. I think it can only get better from here. However, this statement is so odd to me. It almost reads as if the dev is saying, we know that it's quicker for you to quit the game, commit suicide, back out, and get a new lobby before trying to revive your teammate. I don't know if that's what it's saying, because obviously there's a translation situation, you know, from Korea to here, but that's what it reads to me, and that just seems like an odd thought process when developing this feature. Gameplay. So there's a fun little mechanic added for vehicles. After you get in a vehicle, you drive it to wherever you want to go. When you get out of the vehicle, that vehicle will have a marker on your map, only on your map, that shows you exactly where the vehicle is. So you will no longer lose the location of your vehicle. That's actually really, really cheeky and useful. It's not like, you know, game changing, but there are certain scenarios where you're like, where the hell did I park my vehicle? And now you will know. What I don't know is if this applies only to the driver or everyone who got into the vehicle. That's something we'll have to test maybe tonight. You know, if you're playing squads and you're in the back seat, does the game tell you where the car was because you got out of it, or only the driver? So just something we should, you know, figure out. Maybe it says right here, actually. Let's see. It might, not visible to the team members, but it doesn't say for people not in the vehicle. This feature applies to every seat in the vehicle. There you go. So anybody in the vehicle will be notified of where the vehicle is. Very cool. All right, here is a fun one. Well, a fun preventing one. There is an exiting feature vehicle that you can enable or disable, where if the vehicle is going over a certain speed, 60 kilometers per hour, if you accidentally hit the get out of vehicle key, a 3-second countdown timer will start on your screen, allowing you to cancel it and not get out of the vehicle. They did this because too many people like me were being a dum-dum and jumped out the vehicle accidentally by like barely hitting F, you know, like not meaning to, but you hit the F key and you jump out of the vehicle and insta die. So this is actually a really good feature, a nice quality of life. It can be disabled if you do not want this safety net, but there you go. Okay, they're adjusting fixed vehicle spawns. The Porter Pony Coupe is now available as a fixed spawn vehicle on Tego. The Porters will spawn randomly instead of a fixed location. Garage locations, the Pony Coupe will no longer spawn. Instead, the UAZ and Dacia will appear in fixed locations. That's actually really good. These modifications are on all game modes, normal, ranked, and custom. Again, it's Tego only. Okay, so DBNO change. The bleed out time has been changed, like I just previously explained. A unique animation will play when the automatic HP reduction rate is applied. When you are not moving, your character is considered to be still, remain stationary. Adjusting the camera position without moving is still being still. However, you are in motion if your character is actively moving, rotating in water, or boarding a vehicle. So what this means, if you want to look around and not bleed out faster, you have to hold the Alt key while you look around. That's the free look key. If you do not hold that key, if you just move your mouse side to side, your character's body will spin a little bit and your HP will reduce faster than what it would otherwise. Okay, critical, need to know information. You can throw people in a vehicle, teammates and enemies. You can literally weekend at Bernie's their knocked out body, throw them in the vehicle and then drive away. Key information here though is that if you take an enemy and you throw them in the vehicle, if you by mistake put them in the driver's seat, you can't get in the car and drive away. The car will stay there. They have to choose themselves to exit the vehicle, which they can. If you're knocked out in a vehicle, you can hit the F key and get out of the vehicle, even though you're knocked out. Okay. It applies to BRDM and all that kind of stuff. Weapon balance is not a ton here, but the Ace 32 has its screen shake reduced while firing. So this is like the AUG that recently got technically nerfed, is what they called it. The AUG increased the screen shake, which didn't make the recoil harder, but it made it feel harder to control. The Ace's screen shake has been reduced, so it makes the gun feel more controllable, and it is noticeable when I did my playtest earlier. So that'll actually make the Ace an even more prominent weapon out of the 7.62, 5.56 versus meta. They changed smoke grenades particle count. I haven't tested this, but apparently it's supposed to not put as big of a hit on your system, smoke grenades, so we'll see about that. Clan system. I'm going to have a clan join it, Critical C-Dome, Clan C-Dome, or Clan the Dome. I don't know the exact name yet, but anybody can create a clan. It costs 15,000 BP to create one. And yeah, you can come up with a name, you come up with a clan tag, you can have up to 100 members. There's a bunch of cool little features in it. I'm gonna make another video on that, but you can level up the clan, you get bonus XP by playing with clan members, all kinds of cool stuff. So really cool, great community feature upcoming. And this is a little image of the clan tag here and here. So this is what'll show up on your player card. It'll say, like, you know, Dome right there if you're part of Clan Dome. UI, I'm not worried about that. This little cat outfit has been added to the workshop hunters and archivist chest, the cat burglar and the victory dance. They've had some performance changes, increases, so hopefully less lagging, less crashing. I'm not going to go over these bug fixes, nothing crazy or game breaking, nor am I going to go over those items. So if you want to go see that, go watch the actual patch, or go see the actual patch notes and read that down below. I'll have it linked in the description of this video, or maybe on Twitter, it might be able to be linked on there. So there you go. So that's the patch notes. Chat, what are our thoughts on the patch notes and the patch notes review patch report video that we watched from PUBG? What are our thoughts? Let me know what we're thinking. I myself am pumped for it. I know a lot of people, the revive system is so silly, stupid. All right, listen, it's not the best. It's not what I would have wanted, but it's way better than nothing. And it's way better than the comeback arena. So let's see if we can give some constructive feedback to PUBG and make it even better.